Yeah. 826. What? In spite of obstacles, we have succeeded in establishing the Organization of African Unity. This we have achieved because the unity which we seek stemmed from the deep conviction which the people of Africa hold, for the acceleration of their political, social, and economic development. The fact that we succeeded in laying the foundation of our unity was due primarily to the desire of all Africans to unite in a common struggle against colonialism, poverty, disease, and ignorance, which are enemies of Africa. In order that what we have set for ourselves to carry out may be realized in its full significance, and so that the Charter does not remain a mere historical milestone, we should, in concert, continue to work with the same vigor and dedication as we have done in the past. To this end, and in accordance with the Charter, we ought to continue meeting once every year to review the year's activities and to chart the course of action for the coming year. We should take it upon ourselves to acquaint our people with the progress of our achievements and with the programs of our work that we have set out for the future. So this was the opening session of the OAU by His Imperial Majesty, and you know, starting with the OAU, the Organization of African Unity, which was set up. So we will continue to pursue our work, and just like he said, the real struggle to unite at that time when we were setting up the organization, the real struggle to unite is because of the strong common struggle against colonialism. And colonialism brings poverty, diseases, and ignorance. These things which are enemies of Africa. Enemies of Africa. So, my brothers and sisters, welcome to another evening of Bitter Sugar. Bitter Sugar, live here on Bess FM, Bess 100.5, right up to 100.7.8.9, as we are coming to you strong from Bess FM here in Africa. Thank you very much for the words of His Imperial Majesty. And we welcome all our listeners. Welcome, my brothers and sisters all over Jamaica. We welcome you. And as we go along, we want to remind you of certain things. Now, the Rastafari organization, RMO and Raga, has put out a press release. In this press release, this is what they've said. Jamaican-born Charles Largy, also called Ras Negos, was arrested and charged for possession and dealing for approximately 2 pounds of ganja found inside his sacramental space in Montego Bay, St. James. After months of being dragged through the court system and standing trial, Ras Negos has been convicted of the charges of possession and dealing in ganja. He was convicted on January 18, 2024, and is now scheduled to be sentenced, possible to prison, on February 8th, which is tomorrow. February 8th, today, tomorrow. which February 8th, which is tomorrow, that is due for sentencing. The community feel Rastigos is a founder of Rastafari Root House, a well-known and established sacramental space in Montego Bay, St. James. It is one of the spaces where Rastafari elders and adults, community members, can obtain their sacrament, their holy sacrament freely, safely, and of a high quality. Root House is a founding member of the Rastafari mansions and organizations, and Ras Negos is a member of the management team of the Rastafari Grassroots Ganja Association. Which, when you say Rastafari Grassroots Ganja Association, you're talking about RAGA, RAGGA, is the synonym for that. A committee, which is RAGA, is a member of the Rastafari Movement Association, part of the RMO. So, brothers and sisters, we start with that because you can have all sorts of things going on in Jamaica, all sorts of things going on, and Rasta still being persecuted for her. This is a live case. We have many, many, many cases. You know, the people who are in the forefront agitating for many things. Rasta win Grammy, Rasta make film, Rasta doing this and that. Get back to the grassroots. And what is the grassroots? We are still being arrested for ganja in this day and age. The man plays, it's a sacramental space. The government amend the law so that you can smoke ganja, you can deal with ganja in a sacramental space. The man had approximately about 2 pounds of ganja. You know, where you could freely go. 2 pounds of ganja, as you know, is not a lot. But yet they try him, find him guilty, and now out to sentence him. Wow. So that's the case with Ras Negos. Some brothers demonstrated today outside of Parliament, within the precincts of Parliament. Some brothers demonstrated today. And we're going to talk to Brother Kamu Janai. Brother Kamu Janai, one of the organizers. We're going to talk to him a little more later in the evening on the program. We also have other persons that we may be talking to get a clear idea and a clear picture of this type of thing. You know, but we can't sit down and take these things lightly. Can't sit down and take these things lightly. Yeah. Yeah, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we started off with Ras Tafari, the first music that we played. And we started off by Ras Tafari telling us about the Coral Guards incident. Some of them beat with the button, kick with the boots. We'll never forget the Coral Guards incident. Now, this evening is a special evening. Some time ago, I've had it more than once on the program. You find it? All right. We have had it more than once on the program. That's Brother Kamu Karenga. Brother Kamu Karenga. Last time I had him on was when there was a conference going on in Dubai, a COP conference. That's the climate change conference. But he's of a brilliant mind, Brother Kamu Karenga. Well, we're going to read something to you all. Just 2 days ago, Brother Karenga is no longer with us. He seemed to have suffered a heart attack. He was 70 years old. He was born on, I think, the 11th of April, 1953. So he's looking forward to his 71st birthday. a man of Port Royal descent. And as he himself said, Port Royal have to look out for the climate change because, as you know, Port Royal is below sea level. My son Nyanko will now read a tribute to him, a tribute to Brother Karinga. Yeah. Yes.
Greetings, greetings. This
Tribute.
document, this tribute I'm about to read um, on behalf of Brother Kamu was written by his son, Jomo,
Jomo Karinga.
Jomo Karanga.
Mhm.
And he had prepared this based on a special request. So we're just asking for a listening ear.
Special request from us because this was such a great and outstanding brother that we think we must honor him. Yes.
It says here, Brother Kamu Nafiti Karenga was born Leopold Adamson on the 11th of April 1953. He grew up in Port Royal and attended Vaz Preparatory School. After passing his common entrance, he attended Calabar High School, where at the end of third form, he migrated with his mother to New York City, where he attended George Wingate High School. He then studied at City University of New York, City College, School of Engineering, gaining a Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering. After graduating from City College, he returned to Jamaica, where he worked with Alumina Partners of Jamaica, also known as Alpart, for 7 years processing bauxite. He met his wife of 41 years, Pauline, in 1981, and they got married December 29, 1982. The union produced two sons, Shakazani and Jomo. After his 7 years at Alpart in St. Elizabeth, he returned to Kingston, where he worked at the ethanol processing plant located in Rockford, St. Andrew, where he processed ethanol for 8 years. In 1996, he left ethanol plant and became a teacher of mathematics, spending 5 years teaching at his alma mater, Calabar High School. After teaching at Calabar, he then proceeded to become a lecturer of mathematics at Portmore Community College for another 5 years. In 2006, he left teaching for 2 years, where he went to Bernard Lodge Estate as the factory manager for processing sugar. After those 2 years, he went into private teaching of mathematics. Brother Kamo will be missed by his family and well wishers, as he had amassed a wealth of knowledge and had impacted many, many lives in a positive way.
Give thanks, give thanks. And just want to add to that, which you have read, is that you mentioned that he had two sons, Shaka Karenga and Jomo Karenga. Shaka is presently the head of the maths department at Kingston College. And Jomo Karenga teaches sixth form maths at KC, teach both higher school maths and advanced maths. So it's no surprising when you hear that their father taught maths at Calabar, taught maths at other places, lectured in maths, and his two sons carried on a tradition of being brilliant maths teachers. Um, like I said, Shaka is the head of the maths department at a school so great as Kingston College. And I can assure you that I have been to KC on a Saturday, and when I saw Jomo, um, he had on no shirt, and because it was so hot, he opened up the classrooms, those classrooms that is partitioned by certain partings. He opened them up. And when I saw the class, three classroom opened up. But what interests me now was at KC, when I saw the amount of girls in his class, I said to him, boy, people always wonder if girls come KC. But because it was Saturday and a Sunday, the boys then brought their girlfriends. So his class was overwhelmed, more than KC. But I found that nice, I found that interesting. And I've been down there at Saturday and I saw him teaching when he come on the exam. And I've been down there on a Sunday and I saw Jomo teaching. So that is how much his children are committed to the teaching profession and to maths, as he himself was. Even when he retired in his latter days, he started teaching at home with a Kamu Karenga. He started teaching maths at home. So there were students who came to his home on a regular basis. Even my own sons, they go to other schools, but they would go there on weekends. And there they learned maths and practiced maths and took maths in their exam. So we can speak of him as a great brother. But you all heard him when he came on the program. If you didn't hear him, I'm going to try and make sure I find that these because he has appeared on this program more than once. So in the recording industry, we should be able to find his voice and play it for you. But when you come on to certainly engineering, he was par excellence. Par excellence. So we heal Brother Kamu Karenga, we heal his wife and his two sons, strengthen them that they can carry on their father's work and continue a great legacy, which is left for us.
All right. Brother Nimrod is here. Brother Nimrod is here.
Can't get a cheer,
But the other two are on their way.
Get a cheer,
Sure.
Yeah. She could have find the next song. Lift up your head and hold it up high. Every time blender, create next.
You really need this inside you?
That's what we take off now. Take it off and put on there, sir. No, not zip it up. Leave it open. No, turn it wrong. That open. Yeah, one in number. Yeah, one in number.
Should be in there, so.
Yes.
Did you look?
You know.
It's right there. One.
Yeah, but it's one is all we need, you know. So give it to the write it down and get to the engineer. Yes, come on, writing man. Yeah. About an one.
Yeah.
Yes, get it.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes, I take her back to the motherland. Take her back to the motherland. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. As we continue the great program. Nice. Nice. My son is doing a lot of production of the program now. He has an outstanding program lineup for us. You know. So we make sure. So you have all the brethren them, all the sisters them who demonstrated today. You up all of them. Now I have Russ Nimrod in studio with me. It's Nimba?
Yeah, Nimba.
Nimba. That's Nimba in the studio with me today. To talk to us. He's going to talk to us about the Zoom meeting.
Yes. On Saturday.
Saturday
the 10th.
Yes, go ahead.
On Law Street, right? Local 37 on the revitalization program. We'll be having a Zoom meeting, right? As we have a flyer here that states the EWF Rastafari Local 37 is inviting all Rastafari globally to a reasoning, and it states, did you know that the Rastafari are responsible for the sending of the first mission to Africa for repatriation? Come hear what is being done about repatriation and reparation.
Yes.
Now,
come on.
as it was as was stated, right? The Rastafari brethren were responsible for the first mission to Africa. Now, the Rastafari movement is part of a family of Pan Africanists, right? Now, in the early days after the advent
No,
of
take it, say where to go, and we'll do that. Most people listening to the program now, what's important of this to them now, to the people now.
yes, local 37, as I stated,
Which is part of the EWF.
right?
Right. We have to state them things there, you know. We have people who say local thirds. In
My
other words, you
apologies.
have local one,
Right,
local two. So in other words, these are segments of the organization.
units, right?
Right. And we say EWF, what does that mean?
The EWF represents the Ethiopian World Federation.
So this is a world
Incorporated,
organization.
yes, a
Who-
global,
Who formed it?
right. It was formed by Dr. Malku Bayen,
On the orders of
Haile Selassie the First.
His Majesty sent Dr. Ben over in the West
Yes,
to form the Ethiopia World Federation at the time, eh?
right.
In what year?
1937.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It came also with a constitution.
Yes, right.
Now, a
Beautiful.
constitution is a governing document for a race, nation, or people.
Yes,
Right.
beautiful.
This
Beautiful. Take time before we go to Constitution. So, His Majesty sent Dr. Malako Ben over in the West, including Jamaica and
The Caribbean.
and the
Yes.
United States, England,
Yes.
and all those places
Yes.
to form the Ethiopia World Federation. Would you
As
say
a liberating entity
as a liberating organization?
Yes.
Beautiful.
for we, the black peoples of the world.
Uh,
Here were the Constitution's preamble states. We, the black peoples of the world, in order to effect unity, solidarity, liberty, freedom, and self-determination, to secure justice and to maintain the integrity of Ethiopia, which is our divine heritage, do hereby ordain and establish the Constitution for the Ethiopian World Federation. So my
beautiful.
brothers and sisters, it's a royal legal document
Beautiful.
connecting us directly to the throne and the sovereignty of Ethiopia,
Right.
which is the liberating component of the document, right? That we as a people, as opposed to be ruled by the papacy or Rome, His Majesty has liberated us with a royal legal document.
From Rome.
Yes, from the papal bull.
From Rome.
Yes.
Rome. All right. Now,
Just want to say here.
No, hold on, man.
Okay.
This thing here now, you're calling a meeting. You're calling a meeting now of young minds.
Yes. But it's important to say this,
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
that local 37 is a unique local from all the other locals.
Mhm.
Now, in Jamaica,
What is going through people's mind now is how much local they have.
well, I don't have the specific number, but here in Jamaica, we had over 5 locals.
4 or 5.
Yes.
Mm.
But the funny thing is that these locals were not willing to embrace the Rastafari persona.
Mhm.
So upon comprehending that, His Majesty himself sent Miss Mimi Richardson. Now, Miss Mimi Richardson was the international organizer for the Ethiopian World Federation Executive Council.
Mhm.
So she brought a specific charter for the brethren them down by Salt Lane in a dongle. Right? So
hold on. Salt Lane is the same Salt Lane around West right now.
yes, where Martin Planner was the president
All
and
right.
Brother Napier was the secretary,
Mhm.
along now with Brother Trevor, who should be coming in very shortly. He's on his way.
They call me and tell me that him can't make it today. Him call me and
Oh,
tell me that.
Okay,
So we're going to try and call them a little more,
no
little
problem.
later on, and give me a number
No
so
problem.
that we can speak to him. But we'll talk
So
to him.
again, the uniqueness of it is that we were given a charter specifically
Mhm,
by Rastafari
mhm,
himself, right? Now, over the years, it has gone through a lot. As I stated, Brother Mortimer Planner was very instrumental, was the president. He had a lot of programs where he taught Amharic and he taught drumming and he taught a lot.
He went to Africa.
Yes,
Yes.
right? But the local itself has gone through a lot of changes.
Yes.
And currently, it's just like 5 elders
Mhm,
are holding up the charter now.
mhm.
So they are on a program of revitalization where I, as an individual, a member of local number one originally, is trying to assist them in this program of
Assistant local 47.
no, 37.
It's 37.
Yes, in this
Beautiful.
revitalization process,
Beautiful.
along with Brother James and Sister Makiba, right? So that's my input in
Hold
regards
on
to
now.
in regards
Before we
to
talk about input, you're planning a Zoom meeting
yes, we are.
for Saturday. What
Yes.
time?
Midday.
12 o'clock, right?
Yes.
And you have the Zoom identification here.
Yes.
You want to tell the people, so that persons who are listening. So in other words, this is a modern trend now
Yes.
that you're going to keep meetings by Zoom.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Electronically.
yes.
Yes.
But you want to reach as much people. You want to reach
Yes.
people outside of Jamaica.
Because look how much.
Yeah, no, you want to reach people outside of Jamaica. We ain't go Zoom.
Yes, internationally,
You have to
globally.
say these things, brethren. And you want to meet people who in Montego Bay and probably can't come Kingston for the meeting.
Indeed.
People in Portland who can't come meet the meeting.
Indeed.
So tell them the Zoom meeting ID.
Well, the Zoom meeting ID is 985 00729819. Right?
There are
That's
some
again.
people, when you give numbers, they always say, please, Miguel.
That's what I was
repeat the
just
number.
about to do. I was just about to do.
Repeat that again.
Yes,
we also put meeting PC.
Right. I was going to do it,
Yes.
redo it, and then do the PC. Again, the meeting ID number is 985
Slowly.
00729819. Again, 985 00729819. And the meeting passcode is 351283. Again, the meeting passcode is 351283.
Nice.
And
So
we'll be repeating it.
Having given the people how to come to this Zoom meeting on Saturday, February 10th at 12 noon, right? So those who want to participate now. Give us an idea now what people can expect when they come.
Well, as it states, the Rastafari community was
No, I'm going to go over
responsible.
that again. Rastafari community was a lot of people and know the current situation.
So it's all about repatriation.
Hold on. For the first delegation that went to Africa, we know that. But that was from 1960.
Yeah,
Now is 2024.
indeed.
So it's over, let me see, 1960 to 2000, that's 40 years.
A lot of
24
people are
years.
not cognizant of that fact, though.
Yes, but if they don't cognizant, why have we're being stagnant? 60 odd years now,
Indeed.
Shouldn't we have sent more delegations since that?
Yes, we should have.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is the aim of this meeting now to see if we can fulfill the mandate?
Yes, it's all about repatriation. And Brother Solomon Wolf,
Beautiful.
a repatriate,
a great brother,
that left Jamaica in 1970
Mm-hmm.
and went to Ethiopia.
To live.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Met His Majesty.
Yes.
And on account of that meeting, he was given the stewardship of the Shashamane land grant. Now, the steward was Mr. Piper. But unfortunately, when Solomon Wolf went to Ethiopia to reside, His Majesty also came to Shashamane.
Mm-hmm.
Upon reaching Shashamane,
Mm-hmm.
due to protocol, visited Mr. Piper. Now, Mr. Piper, upon hearing that His Majesty was at his gate to see him, sent a report to His Majesty saying he was unavailable. He was unable to come because he was in devotion. At this point, His Majesty went and met Solomon Wolf and his delegation. Upon meeting him, he said, "All right, my son, I will send and call you." Upon calling him, he transferred the stewardship from Mr. Piper to Mr. Solomon Wolf. Now, upon that happening, we in New York in 1992,
When you say we, members of the EWF?
quite right.
Yes, please put that in
yes.
there.
Because in 1992, we were on a mission of revitalizing the headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
So because we
the
knew,
headquarters at that time was in New York.
yes, it stated that the headquarters should be in New York via the Constitution.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was dormant after Mr. Bryant and some other members had what should I say?
Participated.
Yes. So upon comprehending the responsibility that was on Mr. Solomon Wolf, we in New York, local number 1 that is,
Mm-hmm.
sent an invitation to Mr. Wolf so that he could have come and participate in the developmental program of the organization. And it was at that point that, along with Mr. Ronald Pennycook, right, we started a program of revitalization, even for the Shashamane land grant.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, the land was given for a model city. So we assembled
Shashamane
land grant.
in Ethiopia.
Yes.
This land was given to who?
We, the black peoples of the world.
Some black people.
Yes.
Why?
Well, there was a war with Mussolini in the 1930s.
A war with Italy.
Italy.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Right.
Specifically.
Right.
So
And
there's a war
because
no, there's a war between Ethiopia and Italy.
right.
A serious war.
Yes.
Similar to what people seeing in Gaza today
Yes.
when the Israelis are killing the Gazians.
Yes.
That's also the rest of the world was watching Italy and supporting Italy to kill off the Ethiopians.
Yes. The big giant.
But they never were able to carry it out.
No.
But they dropped the parrot gas.
Mustard gas, which was illegal.
Yes. But they did it.
Internationally.
And they weren't punished for it.
No.
Yes.
Not until today. So we were victorious in that war 5 years after going to England to agitate for our rights. His Majesty returned 5 years after predicting such an event. Now, the land was granted because of the support of the black people in the diaspora.
It's a reward for labor.
Yes, the support that was given from people.
And that support was given out.
Well, the inscriptions of individual and monetary support. Because people signed up to go on the battlefront.
There were people who went on the battlefront.
Yes.
There were pilots.
Yes.
Who fly planes.
Mr. Robinson from the States that started the Ethiopian airline. Yes. One of the black squadron leaders.
Yes.
right? So the land was granted because of the support that was given,
Yes. And the
right?
persons who gave their lives
Yes.
to the Ethiopian cause.
So
So in glorification by His Majesty, that person's, this land grant was a token of my appreciation.
indeed.
But you must regard all of Ethiopia as yours. That was what
Well, there
Papa
was a
teaches us.
caveat on the land grant that stated when the land grant was utilized, more land will be granted.
Yes.
Hence, that is why now our program of repatriation has a development program for 1 million family.
Mhm.
Now, the way how that is broken down is it has a 9-to-1 ratio, meaning for every one repatriate from the diaspora that returns to the land grant, 9 indigenous families will be assisted.
People wonder aloud, now. And when you say repatriation, a lot of people say, Rasta still want to go Africa?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
There's a big move afoot about the year of return. That was a couple of years ago in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That the African leaders are now welcoming wholeheartedly people from the diaspora, right? Comprehending their worth. Because what is happening, a lot of technological input will be brought, a lot of financial input will be brought. And we are brothers. They have acknowledged that we are brothers, that we're forcibly taken away from the country.
Yes. But it's all right. Any day we want to go.
So that is why I wanted to speak.
Now.
That's why I wanted to speak about the mission, because 5 countries were visited.
Yes.
Nigeria, Ghana, and Liberia, and Ethiopia, and I think Kenya, right? But 5 countries, and all the heads of government acknowledge that yes, we have a right to return.
Yes.
So
things are broadened more now.
Yes, they are seeing the light.
Countries like Tanzania, Zimbabwe,
the whole continent,
Senegal,
the whole
all those
continent
people have made it clear that Africans who wish to return home will be welcome.
Right. So
in other words, if nothing happen, it's our fault.
Indeed.
In other words, we must just come and read and talk now.
No.
We have to implement.
So therefore,
sending one person to Africa.
Therefore, this repatriation program of the million family, when we went out there and start speaking of it, some brethren from a platform called the Rastafari Global Reasoning was very enthused. And upon their enthusiasm, we have collaborated to the point where we would like to engage the singers and players of instruments so that they too can get on board to raise $2 million, because that is what the plan that Solomon Wolf had initiated with the government states. We need $1 million for a security plan, for a security arrangement with the government. We need 500,000 for the scientists, and another 500,000 for the Shemagali. Now you might ask, what's a Shemagali?
Yes.
Now a Shemagali is a meeting of the elders. We as people from the diaspora would like to go to Ethiopia to do some development. We can't just go there and start build willy-nilly. We have to sit down with the ancients, the elders, and say, listen, elder, we are coming in and this is our plan of development. And run it by them
You have to coordinate between those here
Yes.
and those there.
Yes.
All right. So, in other words, put a real meaning, a real structure, a real face to repatriation. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. They have to know what it is that is happening.
Yes.
Right?
Because, no,
And they have to give us their blessing.
because people have been hearing that for the past 60, 70 years.
Right.
And they are expecting a mass movement,
Yes.
mass exodus. And then we'll see it take place.
Well,
Mhm.
pioneers will have to be going in to deal with the development.
Yes, but pioneers are going in now.
They're on their way.
Yes.
They're on their way.
So this
Is a program that
to
sets the path
reawaken the whole
along
thing.
that path.
This is reawakening the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this is fantastic.
So we have this now to enlighten the masses that this is what we are doing, and we'll be soon seeking their participation in the development of the program. Because
Beautiful.
all for one for all, moving in that manner,
So-
there isn't any failure.
Oh, you need the masses to participate now. You ask them to make donations.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Because you see, we don't want to be going to quote unquote the establishment or these governments so that we might be beholden onto them.
Mhm.
We like the people, the grassroots people,
Penny,
penny, right?
become a million one day.
Indeed. Collectively, we do it, right? And we're saying that the singers and the players of instruments are integral in this process.
Mhm.
Because they have been speaking about Shashamani, they have been speaking about repatriation, right? But they just want a program, a specific program
That they can.
to lock onto.
Yes.
And we are thinking this is the program that they ought to.
All right. That sounds good, Ras Nimrod. It is not Ras
Nimba.
Nimba.
Yes.
You say Nimrod. Ras Nimba. It have a special meaning. Nimba.
Yes.
What's
You want
Nimba?
to hear it? Back in high school, I used to love English literature.
Mhm.
One of my English books was Things Fall Apart by Cheney Achebe.
Yes.
Now, in his Things Fall Apart, he had Simba.
Yes.
Who was Simba? Simba was a white lion. I said, no, I'm not in the white lion business. I'm a black lion. So then I tested Jimba, but Jimba never sounds so right. And that's Nimba. Yes,
All
Nimba
right.
meaning black lion.
All
Yes,
right.
my brother.
That's the opposite to Simba.
Indeed.
All right. Good. Nice. We're gonna try and call Russ Trevor later on the program, but we're glad you could come by and give us his update, and to let us know that repatriation is still alive and the Rastafarian community is still strong, still meeting, and still have goals and objectives.
And Local 37 is revitalizing itself,
Yeah.
and we are seeking conscious minded individuals who would like the development of Africa to be implemented.
You have a number that they can call you?
Yes.
What's that number?
My number is 843
843
92
9264.
64. Yes.
That's the number that they can call you if they want to be part of the organization.
Yes.
And just not man alone, man and woman.
Yes, male and female.
Can be part of it.
Yes, my brother.
All right. You won't give them the Zoom meeting because you can participate. If it's even from an exploratory point of view, you can participate in the Zoom meeting. You want to give it out again?
Yes, my brother. The Zoom is February May 10th from 12 p.m. until, and our Zoom ID is 98500729819. Again, 98500729819. And the meeting passcode is 351283. Meeting passcode 351283.
So remember, Saturday, 12 o'clock, you can join in wherever part of the world you are. Give thanks. Give thanks,
Yes,
Justin,
my brother.
for
It has
passing
been a
through.
delight.
Yes.
And
You're more than welcome. And they can call you at 843-9264.
yes, my brother. All for one for all. Moving in that manner, they can't be no fear.
Yes.
And remember again, it's a royal edict, so it is written, so it must be done.
Yeah, man.
Blessed love.
Very good. Very good, my brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Labors of prayer, something inside so strong. This song we played earlier on, God, that's one fault of mine. Jimmy Reed, he sings a song, Take Me Back to Africa. That's what the song we played. After we played Ras I by The Brutality of Carl Gardens, and the next song we played was Take Me Back to Africa by Jimmy Reed, the song that says, Take me back to Zimbabwe. Now we're gonna play. Yeah, man. Labyrinth of Free. So strong.
The Father, you take my rights away.
Number gentleman from earlier.
Yeah, this Bongo James is here.
Bongo James is here.
Yeah, bring him now. And then somebody else.
Yeah, the system secretary of the party as well.
Let's put them together.
Yeah.
All right. Good. No, try.
Bring them in.
Yeah.
I will sing.
Sister Akiva is just in the bathroom, so as soon as she comes out, Bongo James and her will be in there.
Bongo James, get this?
Yeah, he just gave this to provide us with a little bit more context and information. Several other bridges are on their way as well.
That's why I want to finish up.
Yeah.
Who come, finish up.
Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough. But we know better. Just look them in the eyes and say, I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. Something inside so strong. And I know that I can make it.
Go ahead. 7:30. At 7:30.
We have two people. We have Russ Ocean and we have Alvin Campbell.
Let me check on them real quick.
Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough. When we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, gonna do it anyway. Gonna do it anyway. Gonna do it anyway.
Call him in and tell him come. Come. Yes, you can sit there. Or you can sit here. Whichever one.
Bongo James.
Cook by James, good life. Yeah, man, that's a good program. So you're going to talk about, well, him talk a lot about the reasoning on Saturday.
Yes,
So we want to duplicate that.
yes.
So you're going to talk more about this.
Rastafari global reasoning was coached with this vision
Was
and
in-
we
in
become
concept,
excited in terms of wanting to continue because as you can look here, the document from the federal government, it's 2016. We are waiting on this deposit. The government to release the land contracts requires $500 to give the Shamagali another 500 and to give the scientists who will do the structural soil for the urban development plan. We have to do a soil analysis in order to
So you're going to start with this?
yes. So this is what we have given out today.
Yeah, man. Something inside so strong. Yeah, man. So we now have with us in the studios Bongo James. One of the man who's working very hard at the Peacemakers. A young man, did a lot of work, trying to fulfill some of, like all boys, some of Claudius Henry mission. Known as Peacemakers, one of the early Rastafarian settlement that gave us pride. So he works now between Pinnacle and Peacemakers, just like it was in days of old. So welcome Bongo James. He's also a part of the happening, which happening on February 10th, 2024 at 12 o'clock Zoom meeting, which Rasnimber pointed out to you and gave you the meeting ID. So please, by now, you should have a pen and pencil and paper. We can write it down. So we have Bongo James here with us now, and we also have the secretary for the organization. Nice. Sister Makiba. Nice. It's Makiba from Spanish Town?
Yes.
Where I know?
Yes.
Yes. It was so long I've seen you. Yes. I know Untrell, look, baby, you know.
Yes.
So everybody grew up now, one thing. But she has always steadfast in the faith.
Militant, yes.
Yes.
Which is what inspires me too.
Yes,
because
and-
to hear as a voice crying in the wilderness, all alone by herself in Spanish town. Preaching is imperial.
Yes. You used to work, or you still work at the museum?
Yes.
Yeah, you still work
Yes,
there.
sir.
You have to come nearer to the mic. To this mic. Let's draw back a little. Yes. Yes.
Greetings.
He used to work at the museum, which I always thought is very important
It is
because lots of documents, lots of books, lots of articles.
artifacts.
Yes.
It's not at the archives, which I
Yes.
think you're referring to.
Yes.
But it's at the museum, so we have artifacts there.
Mhm,
Which is
mhm.
we are just on one of the outstations of the Institute of Jamaica,
Yes,
right? So we have
that's important.
artifacts, especially relating to our African, foreparents.
Our African history, our
Right.
African past.
Oh yes,
It's important that we have black and black-minded people
Mhm.
in these places.
Right.
You know, I always feel vexed when I see white people come here and want to go to the museum.
they are being cultured as such, but
You
our
know,
people have not been so cultured.
culture.
So you don't find many persons being even aware of the
If you could,
existence
if
of the
talk a bit,
museum in Spanish Town,
yes,
although it has been there established from 1961.
1961.
Mhm.
Yes, I know never come to talk about that,
I
but
know, I know. It's a part of our history, nonetheless.
yes, it's a vital part,
Very
vital part of our history.
important because it has to do with education of our people.
Yes, on the ancient factors,
Right.
and which would give our people so much pride,
Definitely.
you know, so much pride
Mhm.
and
to-
dignity.
and it also acknowledges our contribution in the development of the Jamaican
Yes,
society.
which
as
they
well.
have downplayed.
Right. So
They have
yeah, we
downplayed.
have technologies
Mm.
of the time. So technologies created by the common people, the peasantry. Yeah.
Mm.
So we have lots of really interesting pieces there.
Your Bongo James, you have been there?
I've not been there
You
yet.
can't. You have the
Can you
excuse.
imagine? He has no
Excuse.
excuse because I've invited him there.
I can.
But I
Yes.
know he's busy.
Yes, yes.
So I put his excuse.
You bring your sister to take away. To take over, you know. No, you must go there, my brother. The museum. Very interesting. Very interesting place. All right, now. So we're talking about the Rastafari global reasoning.
Yes.
Yes, talk to us about it now.
All right. So the Rastafari
You say,
global.
first of all, we want to tell our listeners. A lot of listeners hear a lot of organization name. RAGA, RMO, Global Reasoning,
RMC.
RMC, you know,
No,
Rasta have so much organization. So I'm wondering why we're not toppling the curve. Why, you know, as a Rasta, I govern, you know, as a Rasta champion this and, you know what I mean? Rasta travel, I go Ethiopia, come back, you know, more visible. That's what I want to say. What you say? You think?
Well, um, what I'm heartened about is that we have just not stopped trying.
Mhm.
And there's gonna come a point where there's a tipping point. We
Mhm.
don't know the exact hour nor the minute, but as long as we keep moving forward in spite of not seeing the successes that we want, I think that in itself is a success.
You still have discrimination against Rasta. You have certain employers not to con Rasta. You have certain businesses, certain insurance companies, certain banks not to con Rasta. What you
Well,
say?
and it just goes to show how determined the enemy is in that they too are able to morph their natures in a way, their appearance in a way so that it would appear as if they have changed, but their nature have not changed, and hence they are able to bring oppression in new areas and ways that if we don't become smart enough to detect it, we'll feel that it has been changed. But when you start working with their change, you realize that there's still something that is fundamentally wrong. And that is really the issue, that the enemy is able to change their contours, but in ways that we now have to relearn how is it that they are oppressing. I think Russ, I have V said it once in a Nairobi session. After the Nairobi, he says, brethren, it's not important that it's not enough that we know that the enemy is oppressing us. We have to know how they are doing it. Because if you don't know how, then you will always be wondering, why is it that they're not moving for you? Because they have done something. They know to access invisible, in electronics they call it the eddy currents. You don't see it, but whenever you try to move through it, you get to slow down.
You get the barrier.
Yes, yes, yeah. So
Yes.
they know how to use various ways in which to create invisible barriers where it looks as if it's clear, but when you try to move through it, you feel something, whatever. There's eddy currents that they're able to employ to great effect
But
on our on us.
sometimes our people, sometimes our people work themselves into these barriers. For example, when Ziggy Marley, the son of Bob Marley, now go and marry a white woman, it means now that the Bob Marley legacy is going to pass some children through Ziggy, will pass to his children to the white race, when Bob would have wanted to pass to the black race. That's what happened now, you know. That's what happened now. That the white race, so all of this Trenchtown experience and this Trenchtown legacy and this Trenchtown will come from the heart of black people. The suffering of black people is going to mean now that when the record sell, it passed down to white children. That's what's going to happen. You see, I'm very strict about this because for years, you know, as a black bookshop owner, I scout the pages and I go to when I do go to America. I don't go often. When I do go, I try to make the trip very productive. And for years, like when I went and I wanted some J.A. Rogers book. I know he grew up in Jamaica, J.A. Rogers. And he has written some brilliant books. But when I go, I remember some years ago when I went there, for me to get J.A. Rogers' book, I had to talk to, I think her name was Zella Rogers, which is his wife, which means that I have to buy the books from her, a white woman. You know what I mean? So I said, but I have a black bookshop. I want to promote blackness and greatness. But for me to get J.A. Rogers' book, because if I'm married to a white wife and white race, me have to give money to. That's what they've done to our race. So this is why now, when I see persons, don't come tell me about love. You can't love the black woman too. Come tell me about that sort of things. Why, when these people reach certain level, they have to gravitate towards the white race? When Judah and Marley win the Grammy, we used to play TV. There's white people used to go receive the Grammy fee. And a black man, look at black youth, them from the ghetto in Jamaica go up there. They don't get that privilege there. This is why some white people go up there. I'm receiving this on behalf of Jamaica. That's what I'm saying. Them are received on behalf of Jamaica. And this and that, and whoever accepted me as one of them, out of many one people, it's them fool matter there, you know. Out of many one people. You know, why it is that a black man successful and find it easy in the bosom and arms of a white woman or in a white structure. You can't build in black structure. It's, I know I never come to talk about that, but we have to bungo James. We're black people and we advocate strongly for blackness. Why never launch a movie down a Trenchtown? You launch the car where everybody can go. Launch it before it start. How come you never touch meaningful things? Say, well, look, you put on a movie, you have to give something. Build a school on a Trenchtown for all those mothers who don't have, can't hardly feed them picnic that with about 50 machines that them can go sew and make school uniform when time come.
I would say, Miguel Lorne, that the eddy currents, they might want to have moved in that direction in their thoughts, in their mind, and you know, and they would probably have thought that up to a certain point they had that control. But when these eddy currents begin to take effect, it's like pragmatism and practicality and
Excuse me.
yeah,
Because them not suffer. Come on to Western man, you know, a suffer. Want a piece of land. almost a week and virgin come, gone from a piece of land. Your virgin there from a piece of land for over 20 years. Them now on the land, you know. Him go to know and farm the land,
And so,
grow this. All of a sudden now, when them come look at it, ay boy, pacho, calalo, tomato, lettuce and thing, them bring bulldozer come and throw up the virgin. And the your land brother come and fight. I'm running the virgin.
From 1838.
Yes.
18, subsequent to 1838.
They
That
haven't
was
done
a
that.
part of the Morant Bay uprising.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying
Yes.
that this practice, after slavery was abolished in 1838, full freedom, that was a part of the strategy that was utilized
Yes.
exactly.
by the
in
power
current
brokers.
strategies,
So it
yes.
has not changed.
It has not changed. Changed
Yeah,
form,
it's in a,
but
in a
its
subtle
nature has
way.
not changed.
It is,
Right.
it is been
Right. It is more subtle,
practiced in a,
but it is
in
just
a
as
subtle
effective.
way. Yeah.
Yes.
And
But
as Bob Marley's song suggests, as he says, it's mental. So we have to break the chains, emancipate ourselves from mental slavery.
That's where the Eddie currents work.
you can
most
imagine him
effectively.
sing them song that him own son was so near to him. Find in Mecca in a white woman. From Israel, where murdered Hamas people, the Palestinian people, and like hear news. And the Ziggy support it. But none of the journalists, the motor never ask him that question when him come. When him come with him white wife, him publicly come out and said, I support Israel, but bombing the Palestinian people. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But James,
Yeah.
next thing I'm going to tell you, I talk revolution on the radio, you know? The next thing was said, but if I saw, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the
Yes.
EWF.
Yes.
Well, you know, the radio is for opinions. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Talk to us about this now.
All right. So the Rastafari Global Reasoning is a Zoom platform, but it originates from 2003 when Zara Yacob came, you know, and all of that organization that he wanted to put forward, which is the Ethiopian Peace Foundation. The Rastafari kept at UWI a conference which they called Rastafari Global Reason. It was a watershed. Many was touched by how persons came all over the world in order to participate. Taniman and those men was a part of the organization of it, the veterans that actually do it. And there were youth who were involved who to this day are still enamored by what they experienced in the youth council component of it. One of those persons was Raspuki. Raspuki was one of those persons who was touched by it. And in 2020, having been probably invited by Ras Caleb to come on board, they started this Zoom meeting to commemorate that glory that they felt in 2003. That they believe in their hearts that it should not die.
Yes.
And they started it up. Ras Nimba, they'd invite Sister Aikiba. Sister Aikiba have the conference through the same canonization of His Imperial Majesty's word. She got, one of the copies, and we became friends after that. She then invited me to the Rastafari Global Reasoning. And Ras Bubuki, out of some premonition, made myself and Sister Aikiba both hosts and co-hosts for the Rastafari Global Reasoning. And that's where it began for us. At that, it didn't start in 2020, but it started, but we came on in 2022, 2023, 2020, right? So it was a platform where issues were discussed. At one point we were discussing the issues associated with COSPAS, all of the things that seems to be
issues that concern Rastafari,
right?
And repatriation comes to be a part of that conversation. Yeah, and that is now why we are where we are
Right.
know,
So
and
Ras
then
Pennycook came
right.
on and began doing the same thing as Ras Nimba, talking about Solomon Wolf, feeling very convicted that Solomon Wolf legacy is not given the attention that it deserves. So we were new to it. So, but I mean, he's a humble person, but he's also very forthright, Ras Pennycook, and he continued to, champion.
He's presently residing in New York.
He's presently residing in New York.
I think he's a chairman of one chapter in New York.
Yes, EWF1. Yes, right.
Chapter 1.
So he came onto the platform and began, campaigning. We began listening and began hearing, and at first it was not very interesting, but eventually there was a moment for me personally, when he gave the story that Ras Nimbo about His Imperial Majesty coming to Shashamane, asking for Brother Piper not responding. He then go to Solomon Wolf,
Right.
and they
Eventually
became right. And there is this story now, the stuff of legends, but it was real, where His Imperial Majesty asks Solomon Wolf, what are you gonna do with your 10 hectares of land that you will give them as a part of your land grab for the resettlement? Because each person will get a certain portion where they can come and farm and build their house and so on. So what are you going to do with yours? It's almost as he asked him as a, just a conversation piece. And what Solomon Wolf said, he said, His Imperial Majesty, I will use one for myself in building up my house and my garden, and offer 9 to other poor Ethiopians like myself, that they too can have a chance to rise up out of poverty. And I was told that His Imperial Majesty was so touched by the response that he really reached out to Solomon and said, you was really my son. So, but out of that, I felt, because in the context of what is happening in relation to the Israeli-Palestinian situation, where land is becoming the bloodlust of the type of atrocity that is taking place, I saw in Solomon Wolf's response an attitude whereby the indigenous people will never feel that they are being robbed by our repatriation approach. That they would feel as if these people is not coming to take anything from me, but coming to literally take me out of the dust, take me out of the dunghill. In other words, and I became enamored with the thought that me turning my kid my house, I can imagine 9 others doing the same because of me. And somehow,
Ethiopians,
right, 9 other indigenous Ethiopians turning theirs because of me. So that touched me, because I see how within families, how land disputes and so on can cause so much, so much casualty. Even within my own family too. Families who were once close knit suddenly becomes, calcified in their position over land. So I saw in that a situation where love is completely in control of that land situation, and it for me, it showed me the divinity of His Imperial Majesty in a tangible way, where I could no longer just now look at it. Now I am now tasting the divinity of His Imperial Majesty through this type of approach. Because in looking at what is going on in the Israel-Palestinian, and recognizing that that is a resettlement, in other words, it's a cautionary tale for us as all to not do repatriation, because not every repatriation reflects the divinity of the intelligence of the divinity of His Imperial Majesty. Not every repatriation of the approach that is of a gold standard concerning how His Imperial Majesty would have wanted us to repatriate, in terms of the attitude of how we acquire and take this land. So when I was told by Ras Nimba that the Million Families Plan is that 100,000 will come over from us, but for every one of that 100,000, 900 families,
900,000.
900,000 Ethiopian families will
would
benefit
from
from it. So it's an approach that I believe is unique
I
and
value
one that reflects the intelligence of the divinity of his imperiality in handling any ethnic situation,
Mhm.
any xenophobic situation, any situation that will give the sense that you come to rob,
Mhm.
but also shows a divine wisdom. And what is it? If I go over there and 9 others know that it's because of me they have house, you know what that means? If I start a shop, them 9 they will come and buy from me
Mhm.
because they know. So there's a sense of market loyalty. There's even a community loyalty whereby there's no way that they would want us to leave having received such a benefit out of our approach. So that's why we name a subcommittee of Rastafari Glory, one that we call it the 4 R's committee. It's called the reparation, repatriation, restore, and rescue and restoration committee. So that
Mhm.
it's not just we going over there, we are also going over there to literally rescue and restore. So we are repatriating from the West to Ethiopia, but we are also repatriating people out of poverty, rescuing and repatriating them out of 9 of ourselves.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Right. So
Ethiopians.
we like the picture. We like the picture because in terms of his Imperial Majesty's image being
Humans.
restored in a volumetric way, we believe it will have some seismic impact on the collective consciousness of Ethiopia, that the nature of his Imperial Majesty will be through this particular approach to repatriation.
Beautiful.
No, we are not saying that this is the only repatriation. We're just saying that for those who have a heart for his Imperial Majesty's image and reputation, we are saying that you can sign up for this approach. We are now looking for, because we're just coming from Bongo Trevor, who was, we came to him during the Goa reasoning, we decided that Ethiopia Tourism would be the ideal recruitment center
Mhm.
for this repatriation because they don't.
And they're down at 33 Law Street.
33 Law Street, right?
Right downtown, the center
Right,
downtown.
downtown. Because there are persons who wanted to join the EWF, but apparently in some architecture, you have to be baptized first in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in order to join the EWF. So there are persons who, because they are very staunch to the divinity of his Imperial Majesty, and they know that the Ethiopian Orthodox Church is not necessary. They might bring up to saint, but they don't really recognize divinity. Some Rastafarian feel as if they will be betraying their faith by baptizing in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. So we believe that Charter 37, which was exclusively given directly from His Imperial Majesty to the Rastafarian, would be a better conduit, a better funnel in which to actually know begin the recruitment drive, because to be a part of this repatriation program, you have to be a member of the EWF.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the program is a urban development program because repatriation has to have a landing place. You have to have a place where you're going to absorb these people so that they can live. So the urban development plan is what is the real essence of what Raspenny is bringing. Raspenny has come and has told that negotiations with the AU, with the federal government of Ethiopia, and with the Amora government, who are the regional who controls the land directly, have received letters of support.
Mm-hmm.
So within the global reason, he revealed these to us. I personally speaking, I have a story to tell about that. I personally did not believe him when he was saying it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make my confession. But when he produced the letters and showed that the letters are for real, I felt suddenly convicted that I had to do something. So up until 2016, letters of support from the AU, the federal government, and the Amara regional government saying that they have considered this the top priority.
Mm-hmm.
And what was to be given were first a $2 million in total cost, where 500,000 will be given to the government to release not given to them, but be placed in a escrow account as a security for and a consideration for the land contracts to be released. Then another 500 to bring as gift to the elders in terms of the Shamagali, who, because it's almost like a marriage, you're marrying the land, so you have to bring a type of dowry, so to speak, so as to let that marriage be complete, because they'll be giving the land to you. So it's almost like they're giving a fee their daughter. So you have to give a type of dowry that will say that yes, this is, they accept you're coming to become one with the land. And then now the $1 million is to be given to the scientists, who will then go and do the soil and structural study, so that a feasibility study of the geological contour and the geological the soil geological record can be now used to develop the urban development plan in relation to that model city. So we will know where to put the houses, where to put the farms, where to put the industries, the manufacturing and so on, based off the soil and structure and the geological structures. So that is what needs to be done, and that has been waiting for that funding from 2016. So I personally take it up as a thing that it's not good that they have given their olive branch and we have not responded to that olive branch. That even if we don't go through it, we shouldn't stemify other repatriation efforts, simply because after getting all of these feedback from the AU, from the federal, the Democratic government of Egypt, and from the Amaro, we have not responded. Right. So we now decide that, we are going to come together and try and raise that $2 million. And that is what we have been working on, because we believe that according to, because we coined this approach the Wolf Doctrine, in honor of Solomon Wolf, right? So we now have begun the process, because we recognize that one of the key areas of Solomon Wolf's doctrine is that no reparation without a solid repatriation plan. So the urban development is the reason that we're going to now approach the British government, who, by extension, we have recognized that that many of the times that probably why they're not responding to our reparations is because we have not come with a comprehensive solid plan that shows what you're going to do with the reparations money. And so the Solomon Wolf doctrine is one that give them the show them that you have come up to a level of governmental grade development plan that shows that you have done the feasibility study for the land, you have done the urban development plan, you have also right, and you have the sanction of the government who is doing that resettlement, and in so doing now you cannot present so as to gain bilateral cooperation for reparations for dealing with this type of development.
Absolutely beautiful.
Right.
Well, all right, my brother. That's well said, well put. You want to give out the Zoom meeting because you be participating in the Zoom.
Yes.
You want to give it out again for those who were here earlier?
Okay, so the Zoom meeting that will be taking place on the 10th of February,
Saturday,
which is Saturday coming, at 12 noon. The ID number for that Zoom is 985-0072-9819. So that is 985-0072-9819. And the passcode is 351283 or 351283.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. So thanks a lot, my brother. So please, persons who are listening, I hope you write it down and you participate. If it's even just interest, you might not ready to be active yet, but at least be interested. Show a little interest. And then you can probably at some later date make your input. But that's this first meeting, it's good to show interest. Make some passing comments.
Yeah, man. And we're just opening the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we are inviting others.
As much as
yes. To surely share their their position. Yeah.
And there are lots of people.
Concerns, suggestions and so forth.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful. Nice. Thanks for coming along, Bongo Trevor. Thanks for coming along, Sister Makiba.
Bongo James.
Yes, I'm calling you Trevor.
Princess Aikiba, yeah.
Yes.
It has been our pleasure,
Bongo
definitely.
James and
I
Princess
give
Aikiba.
thanks and praise that he has empowered us to be here.
Beautiful.
And for also you facilitating the process.
Yes.
Give thanks.
As we go along.
And we look forward to working further.
Yes.
With
man.
And with the community.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Respect.
Welcome. Nice.
Let's go, Lord. And
Give
it's
thanks.
lots of blessings.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks.
And I really want you to play Hugopungi's Ethiopian Light because we are using that as the repatriation anthem for our Hugopungi's Ethiopian Light. You played it several times. Yes, several times you have played it, so we wouldn't mind hearing it on the program again. Yes.
All right. Ethiopian Light.
Ethiopian Light. His Imperial Majesty is the Ethiopian.
Yes.
And the reason why we're doing repatriation.
Yes. If anything, you play it again. If my cup next one is bathroom,
And I remember how them a kill Stephen Biko. Oh God, them do it again. This time, yes, I'm gonna do it. Man, if you super your head, 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 arise, oh yeah, let your enemies be scattered, and all those that hate that name, flee before that thing. Sorry for your sorrow. You never come for question tomorrow. People thinking like it's still evil. Now them a come down and run to the other. Oh, mama, sorry for your sorrow. Couple now, grab one towel, my sorrow. People thinking like it's still evil. Now them a think I'm mama to the other. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Sorry for your sorrow. The level can be strong tomorrow. Because you cannot see me. And the money come from my to
Boy.
Best music. Best music. Best music.
So funny. Can we try to get a hold of Wani? Did you get a hold of Wani already? Alright, that don't work. We'll just go to somebody else. Alright. I really. Alright. Let me just double check this because I don't know if I can try again. Like, maybe we set a time for us in person. Yeah. Yeah, 198656. Yeah, I don't want no matter. 198656. You have any other number? We'll line them up for next week, then. Alright, 7:30. Antoine Campbell. I'm checking with Antoine real quick.
Halloween coming?
No, I'll try to get you on the phone.
After you get the calling?
I'll try to call him right. Where's this so far? Try to call him again.
Sorry, try to get. Finish your call, Ross Ocean. Call Ross Ocean. Lift up your head and hold the pie next. Yeah, by Everton Blend. And you have a next one by blending name I'm Not Afraid. Yep. Eh? I'm Not Afraid. You play that one after the blender. The two blender, you know.
No, I get
All right. Write down the number now and give them.
number for Campbell?
No, the number for Brass Ocean.
Let me try to call him.
No, man, you have number for calling pan a different number.
Greetings. Yes, man, this is Brother Miguel. So we're about to go on the broadcast, right? And we just want to call you from the radio station. So the number was it the 543?
543-1109. So we're going to call him now.
Okay, we're gonna call you from the station right now. So just pick up on that call so that we could go ahead and take care of that interview. All right, my brother?
Eh?
Thank you very much. All right.
Yes.
So she is available. So.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to him. And I immediately hang up the play, lift up your head and hold the pie. Yes. Greetings and blessings. Yeah, oh, yes. We're trying to get Ross Ocean on the line. I want to talk to him about some land situation. But in the meantime, I want to heal up Brother Jerry. Heal up Brother Jerry. Nice. Give thanks. Welcome forward. I want to heal up also Brother Wani. Brother Wani over there in St. Mary. I want to heal you. And of course, I can't leave out Bobby Marcus. Bobby Marcus. I must also heal the man Kremlin. Kremlin, who is now the director of the army. Yeah, man. You know, Kremlin. Hold the post with you, hold your post with the light. Yeah, man. Give thanks, my brother. Nice. As we go forward. Yes. You get it through to him? Yes. Ras Ocean, we want to talk to you now. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So just
All right. No, don't call him again. Yes. 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 Ras Ocean? Yes, Ras Ocean. We know the line is open. Are you there? I'm not hearing him. I'm not hearing him. Something don't plug in right. Yes. Well, play the song in the meantime now. Every time blend. Look, I just want to tell you, and I want to tell the world that when you hear we play Everton Blender in it, that's a song we play. Over the years, it's few people can say they have given more contribution to the Nyabingi house of Rastafari more than Everton Blender. Few people. I remember all those years, every time you call up on Blender to give a concert to raise funds, especially as Scott's part, Blender is there. One a great contribution to the Nyabingi house. So, although we never say Blender at Rebel Salute, we just want people to know, say, we still love him and we wanted to do a downtown concert. Long time the people in downtown Jamaica don't see it. Yeah, man. Come to a concert for them. Yes. Everything Blender. Hey, greet, we can come back to him. Yes, greetings, Russ Ocean. My brother, I don't know what's happening now. And I think, yes.
As in, you normally plug it into your to the station phone, right? So can you plug into
the cell phone?
My phone. You use and then plug it in.
All right, let me ring him first. I'll just get him on the line, and then we're good to go. All right, see, there's ringing.
Look at the case.
Check out the case.
Yes, sir. So voicemail.
It's voicemail, no?
Yeah, voicemail. Let me see. I'm up two numbers if I'm not mistaken. If it's via WhatsApp, you could still plug in and play through your. Let me show you the other number on WhatsApp. This is some goes on the phone thing one time, yeah? You see it in pick up. Hello, good day. Hello, Ocean. All right, blessing. I'm not sure what's happening with technology, but we're glad we have you. We want to try to hook you up right away. All right, so just hold for a moment.
Just keep as close to him as possible.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right. Yes, Brother Hoshing. Yes. Brother Hoshing. Yes, Brother Hoshing. With that, you just said we're trying a different method now to make sure we get control. Oh, control. Try this line of brother.
It's in.
Yes, Brother Hoshing. I don't know what's that sometimes means we I'm not hearing them. You hear about it on the radio?
audio? No. I only hear him through the phone.
Same method we used last week and the same thing.
Yeah.
Try. Talk to him, man. Talk to him.
Must have get frustrated.
Talk to him, make sure I'm on the line. Talk to him. No, talk to him on the phone and take out this. Take out this and talk to him. Try to talk to him.
It's muted.
Huh?
It's muted. Hello. It's muted.
He's not here on the phone line?
No, I wish him. Yeah, you can hear me? Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. We're trying to connect you to this software so you can get straight through to the radio waves. You get what I'm saying? And that is where the issue seems to be. Alright, let's try one more time. If that doesn't work, we're going to have to try to...
Come on, no, let's try to...
Let's try another way. Alright, let's try another way.
Yes, I. Greetings, you want to try again now? Yes. Brother Hoshing, are you hearing us? I could say something. Yes, you're hearing us now? Brother Hoshing? Yes. Let's say muted.
I get it down the microphone plugging in. Brother Ocean?
What we do?
Hello?
You can't try from the phone.
It keeps saying muted, which means he's muting himself from his side, right? That's what it looks like.
So I'm not here. That means I'm not missing a problem then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Call him again. No, call him again.
Brother Ocean, can you hear me?
I'm up then and
It seems like you're pressing mute from your side.
catch you and muted on our side.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you now. But it seems when you plug it in, it says muted on our phone from like you're muted from your side for some reason. You know what I'm saying? No man, just let the audio straight through, okay? Yeah man, let it straight through. We're gonna try one more
Take it
time.
off the next one, so everything I get straight now, so it shouldn't be no problem.
Alright, let's try.
Same thing with the last week.
You say muted?
No, it's clear.
Alright.
Try it.
All right. Yes, I. Brother Hoshing? Yes, I. Brother Hoshing? It's not showing muted on our phone. I don't know if you're hearing me. I don't know what's happening this evening at all. Yes, you're hearing me now? No, I don't know what's happening here now. Whoa, we're having problems. I would hate because Brother Ocean want to talk about land tenure, the rights to our land, our territory. And we want to talk to him because, you know, this aspect affects many Jamaicans. Sometimes they're on land for many years and just the people come and turn them off, push them out. We see that happening. We see people come from abroad and get even the what's the name? The Riverland in where Marcus Garvey came from in St. Anne, even those lands were given away and all these things. So ever since, just like the sister said, ever since 1838, it has been a struggle for black people. Well, it's affecting Brother Hoshin personally. He has a land problem. As a matter of fact, I think they have taken him to court. He's battling now for the restoration of the land. Yes, restitution of the land. You know, that's what we wanted, our rights. But for some reason, the machines give us a problem. You're trying over there. All right, we could play the next song now by Everton Blender.
Are you hearing?
We can't try no more.
Here you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah, we are here. But it now go through the system.
You can't understand in the sense because I was one line it in again.
So you do one more?
Yeah, and see if it's still here. Line it in.
We're going to try one more time on the system, all right?
I'm a line it in now, man, and then see if it's still here.
I'm still in the studio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you, I can hear you. All right?
Talk again. Tell him to talk.
I can hear you, man.
Tell him to talk, please. Not to put from the
I can
team.
hear you.
You're hearing us now, Rasoshin? He's not believing like it, but
Hold on. Sound like you don't come through now. My answer?
no. Yeah, play the music.
It's a play, man. Him not try here to the queue. If you come to the queue, like you say, we come to the system.
Yes.
And now your scratches.
Maybe go, Brother Ocean, maybe go closer to the Wi-Fi router.
Now you're.
Be positive. You know, whenever I plug in,
That's what I said. You know.
there's a doubt. Whenever I plug in.
Yes, sir. You hearing me now? You hearing me? No, they're not giving attention.
That's what I thought.
If I go straight, it might look a bit low, but you can try that way. Okay, put as close to the mic as possible.
Yes, sir. You hearing me now?
I can see you, Brother Miguel, but I can't hear you.
Right now?
Yeah. Just put it the loudest you can. Put it loud. But I said it.
Only the idea now we can bring a microphone like, and we hope it as well. So close.
Put it on loud, though.
It is on load.
With the sign right there, sir.
Switch cameras.
You always have the one of load pan right there, sir.
Alright, well. Brother Ocean, go again. Go again, Brother Ocean. Let me hear you.
I can see you in camera, but I can't hear you. I don't know if you're hearing me.
All right, we're going to retry the call. All right.
No, we really can't spend more time on this. We'll move on the program. We gave you one number earlier on.
All right, Brother Ocean.
It seems that our phone line over here is a problem in terms of why you have to try with your phone.
Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Just hold a moment for Brother
The
Miguel.
talk cramp about it, eh?
You want to speak with him?
Yes.
I'll be holding against this mic.
Yes, sir. You hearing me, brother? Oh,
I am hearing you loud and clear so far, Brother Miguel.
all right. We're going to try a thing here at the studio. We're going to try the thing and see if it works. All right, we have Brother Hoshing on the line. Brother Hoshing, you're in which parish?
I am currently in Trelawney.
Caroline Trelawney. Nice. You want to talk to us a little bit because we've spent so much time trying to reach you that we want to talk about a land tenure situation.
Sila.
Yes. Tell us how the problem you see about the land.
Well, as you know, family, we always begin by saying in the presence of the Most High, the great heart of divinity, the Omega and the Alpha, blessful love to our family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you know, the rights of discovery, who gave them the right to discover and the rights to claim their territory? As you know, family, this decision came from...
You know, when you say who gave them who? Why you...
The Europeans.
The Europeans. Yes.
Who gave the Europeans the right to discover and to claim territories, land that belongs to European, both their sovereign and their church. Well, as you know, family, from the Magna Carta of Europe to the Papal Bull Doctrine, when the Pope of Rome declared the papacy of Peter and gave white supremacy a religious authority. What that means, family, the European man was given the right just because of the color of his skin and his religion of Christian, as how he interpreted under the Romanic order of the Pope of Rome. So we talk about the Papal Bull Doctrine, their rights of discovery. And what you will find that the enslaver sent their people, and wherever they discovered, so long as they could, they discovered it according to them, and whatever land that was it, they could claim it for the territory of European church and the European sovereign rulers. And this is how Jamaica was taken over by the European colonizers.
Mm-hmm,
and from that day till now, family, we had emancipation. But they did not correct the evil by returning the land to the indigenous people. We then told that we have independence, and we now have a democratically elected government that was now serving the interests of our people. But the government that came to we did not form it, and we did not create the constitution that has maintained the judicial process of their rights of authority over our people and our land. So when we speak of our sovereign rights, we must remember that the Pope of Rome took on the papacy of Peter. When the Christ told Peter, upon this is Peter, and on this rock I will build our church. And as you know, the Pope then took that as the authority that he present himself as the representative of God. But as you know, family, in 1930, when His Majesty was crowned King of Kings, Lords of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, earth rightful ruler, elect of God, what that did, family, was to break up what we call this papacy of Peter and the Romanic order of taking the position of the authority of God on this earth. So when His Majesty was crowned in 1930, a lot of our people don't realize that His Majesty is emperor, not just a king, an emperor. And when His Majesty declared in 1935 that I'm not only emperor of Ethiopia, but the entire continent of Africa, which is our empire, and as king, I am the king for all Negroes, particularly those in America that was under the shackled slavery of the European slave master.
All right.
So a lot of us don't seem to know the significance of the coronation of His Imperial Majesty and what he himself has declared publicly for the entire world to know his position and his supreme authority.
All right.
Go ahead.
We'll break it down now to Jamaica. You're saying that the land in Jamaica, which is not owned by individuals now, and the Europeans that came here who have owned these lands and have handed it down to their heirs and assigns. In other words, how do we get it back now? How do we get back that land to our people?
The position when His Majesty came here in 1966, when he flew in from Tobago and came to Jamaica, you will find the treaties that was signed to reconfirm His Majesty authority within the Caribbean island. So when we look at His Majesty visit, it wasn't just a royal on a tourist mission. His Majesty came here for a purpose. And you'll find that from 1966, Jamaica was given position on the OAU, the Organization of African Unity. We were the only country in the Western Hemisphere that was given that opportunity. And when you go and check the treaties that was re-signed by His Majesty, this is why you'll find that churches.
That was treaties signed in Jamaica?
That is correct.
Signed.
This is why.
No, you see, I don't want to, because there are people who are listening and want to understand it better. You're saying that those treaties that were signed restore the land to black people in Jamaica in 1966. That's what you're saying?
That is correct.
With all respect, my brother, I have not seen any evidence of that at all.
Well, you see, as you know, from 1960, when they went and researched our rights of repatriation into the continent and the mission of 61, then you'll find that when Ushira went to Ethiopia to be present at the repatriation of our people back to Shashamane, you'll find these things are well documented. This is why when the mission came from Africa in 1961 to disclose what was the finding, you will find that the then Prime Minister, Mr. Norman Washington Manley, was not available to present what was confirmed by the African leaders, including His Imperial Majesty, of the rights of our return and the rights of our land, of the islands within the Caribbean region. Because we must remember, family, up until 1650, the Atlantic Ocean that separated us, which we know as Middle Passage, was called the Ethiopic Ocean. That means the constitution of His Imperial Majesty that covers an empire also covers the islands. And this is why our international lawyers has been going through all the ancient treaty, because we all know that His Majesty, being the only state within Africa that was never colonized and conquered, he was the only signatory to international treaty, what brought in what we call the International Human Rights Agreement that we have. So when we start to look into the legalities, the sovereign position that His Imperial Majesty has taken, we know that we have the sovereign rights to reclaim this land, because up until today, the government that has been maintaining this sort of the system, you'll find that they are not an elected government by the people, even though democracy gave us illusion that we have an independent right to elect of our own parliamentarian, but yet we still have a governor general that has the authority over 63 parliamentarians elected by the people. And we have seen over the years of ourselves how the subversion of justice has been handed out under the judiciary process that has maintained the British colonization, even though you say the British is no longer here, but they left us their system of governance that we, our own people, has maintained over our own people in this land.
Right. But you have given us a mouthful there. And in terms of Britain, in terms of the colonialism that's still here, that's one issue. And that's a daunting issue to know that they talk about King Charles being the king of Jamaica and so on. And it's so by now we should have gotten rid of that. And I agree to that. They haven't, well, their system is still here, but they haven't left. But you're saying that in regard to land now, on a whole, the British system of owning land or owning our land still prevails. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yes.
The Magna Carta of Europe.
No, hold on. So we're saying that if we get rid of Britain, fully, totally get rid of Britain, you feel that that will make the land available to our people here?
It is a must. It's not if. Remember, Jamaica was given the opportunity to be part of the OAU, the Organization of African Unity. So it is incumbent that Jamaica, just as how Barbados has declared a republic without a sovereign constitutional head, which we know is still the British, Jamaica only hope of a republic is to take the position under the OAU, the African Union, and finally take up our position as it was declared by His Imperial Majesty that Jamaicans and Ethiopians are one.
Yes, but hold on, brother. Hold on, brother Hoshi. Let us say, for example, Tanzania is a member of the OAU from the beginning to now. The land in Tanzania is not just anybody in Tanzania can just take over land like that. It have to go to a system in Tanzania. So even if we're a member of the OAU, we can't just take over land like that. There must be a process by which time, in other words, if we have to put forth a process. If we're still in Jamaica, the crown land, if we don't recognize the crown, then those lands could be given to the people. Isn't that so?
All those land
Yes.
can be claimed by the people if the people declare their sovereign ruler and declare Ethiopia, declare His Majesty as our sovereign king, as it was when he came here in 66 and declared that to amongst our people. We have never taken this position because we've always pursued what the system has maintained, the judiciary process of the British. But we've never looked to the king. And it is now time for us to look to what the king did, not just the international treaties that he signed at the formation of the United Nations that determine each one rights to declare their nationality, their fate, and to be able to reclaim their indigenous land. So until when we take that initiative, that action, by declaring the position, the system will never give us that knowledge and show us the process of how to do it. That is why the majority of Jamaicans in the 21st century are squatters in the land of their ancestors, their forefathers.
Yes, the land of their birth.
So this is the position that we're now at.
In their birth.
And as you know, Brother Miguel.
Yes.
It is not something that we're just pursuing as a lone person like a sparrow out on the wing. It is being reviewed by an international lawyers both in Europe, Africa, that is now just as what. Why do you think that South Africa is finally taking its position as what His Majesty chartered in 1963 when he told them that Africa must now stand up and be present in all international affairs? And we've now seen that when South Africa, out of all the great countries, with all the G8 summit and all these members of the international superpowers, not one of them brought the Jews, Israel, to the International Court of Justice for what is presently happening in the Gaza Strip family. So we've seen that in the 21st century, our African family, just as His Majesty had charged them to be responsible for international decision. And we've finally seen it for after 400 years that South Africa has now fulfilled that reality. That is why you're seeing the Eastern, the Niger, and all these areas that was under the so-called jurisdiction of the French, that were getting over 500 billion from our so-called ex-colonial French colony every year. This is why you hear Africa is now telling the European to get out of our land.
Yes.
Well, there's no difference to the island that belongs to the continent.
Yes.
And because we know that the government that was sent from England to maintain the policy of the European slave master,
maintain the status quo.
The government must be discredited and abandoned.
Yes, absolutely true. But we have to go on, Brother Hoshing. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much for that elucidation. And we're going to keep in touch with you. And from time to time, we're going to contact you. Thank you very much, my brother.
We're currently in the local courts and will be proceeding right through to the judiciary process, because we know we cannot lose, because it is time for us to reclaim. Remember, we are not into reparation. We commend those who pursue it. We are restitution. Restitution is to restore,
to get back the land.
What was stolen and what was lost.
Yes, restitution means to get back the land. Nice. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
This is our position.
Yes, very much so.
If, my beloved family, if European can come together at the so-called the Berlin Council and decided to charter and share the continent, what do you think they did to the island? It was the same doctrine of white supremacy. So white supremacy must finally be discredited and abandoned. His Majesty told us, until the philosophy that owns one race superior and another inferior, until when it's discredited and abandoned, this is our now calling, family.
There will be war.
We ourselves must take position and must take the action. And remember, we do not need the gun, neither the bullet, neither the bayonet, because the sovereign rulers are the one that signed World Treaty. And as in person of His Imperial Majesty, he's the only one that signed the treaty that returned our land to the indigenous people. And this is where we now have to look the position of our king, not the European rulers, but the king who break up the piracy, that illusion that gave the European such white supremacist power. So this is where we are.
Yes.
So if you're an Ethiopian and an African, the only thing that is in our blood is to restore our land, the one that they stole and what has been deemed lost. So we're into restitution. And if you look at restitution and reparation, the one who commit the crime, they have to admit it. And if they don't admit it, they will never come to a conclusion of how they're going to resolve it, repair what they've done. That is why we've been waiting for an apology, and it will never come. But restitution is what has been taken from you, from us. And we know the land that has been taken. And we know all our artifacts that they've got in their museum throughout Europe. That is the position that we must be in the 21st century. If we want to save our people from being annihilated, the only way we can do that is reclaim our land so that we can have food security and health security of our nation. And this is the position now. I cannot see no other action for the African Ethiopian in the 21st century.
Beautiful,
They
beautiful.
can only be this.
Nice.
Reclaim our land, and just as what Panama is doing, reclaiming the sea, the maritime program, the resurgence of the Black Star Liner that Marcus Messiah Garvey himself embodied the importance of having rights to the sea that surrounds your land.
Thank you, Rush Hussein. Thanks a lot. Thanks. We have to go now. We have some other persons that we have to call. Thank you very much.
Brother, I says, this is a situation. This is a topic that we must expand for people to have a better understanding of our position.
Absolutely. Sorry, my brother, we have to run now. But thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Miguel.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yes, yes.
Thanks for your time as well. All
right. It sounds all right out there.
Yeah, man, they're good clear, man.
They're good clear.
I'm going to try with the phone again, come on.
Yes.
Try reroute it now.
Give him man.
Try about 1 year or somebody.
Yes.
Oh, so the number for 1 year? It was Sister Nanny, and then come on, Janae.
What Sister Nanny going to say?
Oh, this is about the Rasnigo's conviction.
Should talk about that.
Yeah, it was.
All right, try right away.
And then Janae.
Yeah. What time it is? Before I look on the time too.
8:33.
Yeah. Try Sister Nanny right.
That's one. Hold on, please.
One is that line?
Yeah.
Yeah, one.
Hold, please. Sorry, I'm going to have a Brother Miguel. Hold on.
Can talk to him through the phone, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. Brother Wani? Brother Wani from St. Mary? Well, we get him a while ago. Some boat now. Yeah, we hearing him. Yes, Brother Wani?
No.
Yeah.
They're not setting a foundation, only destroying the younger one. One gun this, one gun that, walking it alive to take you on the line. One gun this, one gun that, say you gonna get you put down your gun.
From the short circuit.
No, I'm not afraid. We don't see no one where we trade out. No, we don't afraid. We don't see no one where we trade out. No, I'm not afraid. We don't see no one where we trade out. No, Jack is my shepherd. I feel no one. He's my light and my salvation. He's the one that makes me strong.
I think something just a short circuit a while ago. Something a short circuit a while ago.
Phone line, I'm not sure why I'm not through. Did I use them this morning?
I'm not afraid. We don't see no one where we trade out. No, I'm not afraid. We don't see no one where we trade out. I'm not afraid. We don't see no one where we trade out. Listen, them say them a shatter. Some of them a petty robber. Robbing, stealing from the poor.
And still have on phone?
No, no.
Oh.
See the weapon man a call. Coming with this big long gun, trying to destroy the innocent ones. Yeah. I'm afraid.
Call Sister Nanny. I know her phone. I call her now. So we'll do the same better again, you know?
I'm not calling next guest, alright?
We are calling the next guest.
I call somebody else, alright? Yeah. Greetings, Sister Nanny. This is the Brother Lorne's son. We're just calling in so we could speak to you on the program. Are you available? Can you say that one more time? Yes, I was asking if you're available to speak on the radio program right now.
Proposed march tomorrow.
Hello? Okay, all right.
What's
Just
that?
one moment. You can talk to me.
Come on. Sister Nanny on the line.
Greetings, Brother Miguel.
Greetings, welcome. I understand you also will be having a protest tomorrow.
Yes,
In Montego Bay. At the courthouse?
Yes, across from the courthouse.
Across from the courthouse. Because he's supposed to be sentenced tomorrow. Yes. So you want to express your solidarity with Ras Negos?
Indeed.
All
for one and one for all.
Yes.
It affects one person in the community, affects us all.
Yes, it does. But tell me a little now, because Ras Negos has his permit, he has his space. It's a legal space. He's part of Raga, and the court didn't take none of these things into consideration.
Well, there's not a matter of permit. We are permitted by the amendment, the 2015 amendment to the so-called dangerous drugs act, you know.
Yes.
So based upon that, the sacramental use of ganja for Rastafari is recognized, and the law does not, that amended law does not give any restriction to the amount that Rastafari should have for sacrament. Right. So that is what, and so now that they are, for example, in 2017, a policeman came, the police went to his space and took away.
Went to whose space?
That's Negos's space.
Yes, in 2017, is from 2017 to now this case has been going on?
No. I'm just giving you an example that 2017 the police came and took away 2 pounds from him.
Yes.
And when he took the booklet that spells out the amendment.
The new law.
Right. Because and the police gave him back his herb.
Yes.
They recognized that there was no limitation on the amount that he was allowed to have.
Right. And that he had his rights under the amendment of the Act.
Yes.
So
now fast forward to 2024. It's roughly the same quantity they have taken from him, and they have charged him with possession and dealing. Now, if the law states that the law does not state any restriction for Rastafari sacrament, and if you go and you have 2 pounds of herb, and you state to them that it is for sacramental use, then the dealing charge should not be there either, But resulting from possession and dealing. So, shortly after 2015, we could say that the police were not aware of the new law, and you would have to advise them. But now it is what? No, almost 9 years from 2015 to now.
Yes.
And the police are still ignorant to the extent where they are still targeting and arresting the Rastafari for
It's the government fault. The government.
It is the government's fault for
not educating them, right? In other words, they should paste up a new law in every police station across the island.
Yes, indeed. And when you look at the other side of it, where the Rastafari, if you were not for such virtue in these volatile communities, the crime rate would have been even much higher. Because you have to respect Rastafari for the role that they are playing within these communities, in counseling the youth. And it is so ironic now that you are going to criminalize the Rastaman, right? When at a time when there is so much crime, and you have resources to waste in terms of manpower and court hours for this matter of ganja.
Not only that, you are destroying a product which you can use for research and can find out so many medicinal benefits at a time like this.
Exactly, because if it were not for the Rastafari, you would need to have the herb seed to
Yes.
All these years when they have criminalized the herb, and most people were saying that herb make you mad and all of that. Up to this point now, where they realize that there are medicinal uses for it,
the same people who you said mad is some of the same ones now giving you all the benefits of it.
Exactly. So what we are saying is that really, it is as if the more
it's as if we're going back.
We are going back. We are backward.
Instead of forward.
But they remain the same. And now we are again at the point where the Rastafari community is being criminalized, being targeted, and arrested for ganja.
Yes. Well, go forward with your protest tomorrow. Go forward, go strong. And I'm encouraging all those within those in St. Elizabeth, those in Trelawney, those in Westmoreland, all those brothers and sisters there, go and join them tomorrow in solidarity. Where the courthouse is in Montego Bay?
It is next to the post office, the number.
All the same, is the same old courthouse?
Yes.
Same old one in center town there, next to the post office. What is the name of that road again?
Niga Bay.
Niga
Bay, M-E-A-G-R-E-B.
Niga Bay?
Niga Bay, right. Yes, it is in that area, in the early days of Montego Bay, it was a community of, and we'll say, depressed community in that area. So that is why they call Niga Bay.
All right.
The Howard Cook Highway and
Niga Bay. It's also next door a park. The park where people park.
Oh yes, the car parking. That is where we are.
We're going to demonstrate. So I encourage all the brothers and sisters, every 2 feet that go and demonstrate, every person that go and hold up a placard, you're doing so for justice, you're doing so for children, you're doing it for also against the crime, the criminality in Jamaica, and the goodness of the whole earth. Thank you very much, my sister. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I just want to thank you
yes.
for highlighting this
yes.
public.
All right. Blessing, Mama. Blessing. That was Sister Nanny. Give thanks. Nice. Yep. Yep. Boy, if the border beat you, who is the most experienced one in this place, sir, you can imagine how some other people here. Wonder what is something about this system, we do.
They call the hybrid.
Huh?
They call hybrid, the machine doing it so.
It is a problem. No long term there. So what I need to upgrade it, change it out.
You prepare a couple of times, well, you can't repair no more.
Mm-hmm.
One line left for it and work and come like it doesn't problem no more.
And so how much lined up on it?
You come with 4.
Oh.
One leave now.
What name?
Solidine.
Solidine.
Hybrid, yeah, telephone hybrid.
What time I don't know?
8:47.
8:47. Where we shall it to click? All right.
Well, after she was.
Eh?
Raga.
What time would you plan to call Raga?
8:30.
You could have find equal rights. So maybe Peter touch equal rights.
Yeah.
You mentioned Palestine, right?
You know the song, yeah?
Yeah.
Towards the third quarter of the song.
Yeah, must think up all right. You want to come in now with your. Yes. Yes, I. Yeah. 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 But brother Ocean. Yes. But his number is his number is his number is his number is what I'm tell you my number the man is not his number listen to me the man I'm tell you the number. You have a pen and paper? You have a pen and paper, can write it down. 543 1109. Yes, I don't think him mind me giving you his number. So you can call him. Yes, but I pick up that in your I pick up that. Yes, I. Oh, sorry for your sorrow. We won't question tomorrow. So it's even Biko. It was actually by a boy named Russ Michael. Yes, Mykkal. Russ Michael, Mykkal. And I'm actually from, I think, from Bermuda, you know, in the Caribbean. And him sing about Amadou Diallo. Is that Amadou Diallo him sing about? Amadou Diallo is a Haitian brother who was shot down in New York by the police. And draw a wallet them take out. Them think it was them says become you know you can replace wallet with gun. But they give him 40 at shots. Make sure that you know, make sure. Yes. Yeah, man. What you think? What you think about the strategy that them now put a white woman pan Ziggy, which mean eventually all of Bob Marley deal, all of Bob Marley royalties is gonna end up in the white race. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let the royalty go. Yeah, all over because I really know your talk, because I mean the children got yes, yes. Them they just so much black men trap them with white women. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes. Status. Yeah. You can't walk with a black woman again. Yes. Yeah. Right inside. Very, very true, brother. All right. Let me give you. That's true, but me give no, me give you rest. Yeah. The British too, I teach them people how to eat. I and I, the British also. Um, I, I, I want to give you, the brethren rest number, rest number talking about the Zoom conference on Saturday. You can, you have a number 8843. Oh, you have a number 843-9264. All right, from you have that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Some brother give thanks here and please listening. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Very good. Um, Now the conference is going on. The Ubuntu Summit is going on up at the. You want to talk about it, Nanko? Um, we have your program for tomorrow. You want to tell the people about what are the plans that they have for tomorrow. Friday is day. So the program finishes in reality on Friday, the end of Friday. But on Friday, you won't have much that reasoning and so. But Thursday is a very interesting day, and so on. So, you want to read it?
Yeah, on Thursday. On Thursday, let me see. So on Thursday,
Which is tomorrow, at the Ubuntu Summit at what's it? Christ Star Villas. Mm-mm. Christ Star Villas. Sorry. At 99 Oak Road. 99 Oak Road, that's where it is. Please go along. Please go along. Yeah, tell them about the Thursday.
trying to.
Mm.
So regarding the Ubuntu Awakening Summit, remember this summit started from Monday, going straight through until Saturday. All right, and tomorrow, which is Thursday, of course, the program's festivities start at 8 o'clock. The program's festivities start at 8 o'clock. This is where registration and tea and coffee between 8 and 9 o'clock would take place. And then they'll be covering the rules of math. And this will be happening between 9 o'clock and 9:45, as well as the launch of Casa de Math Brazil. Okay. And then between 9:45 and 10:45, that's when the events would include Ancestral Village or the local food basket and history. And this will be basically led by MC Teresa Hatchett. So they'll be having between 9:45 and 10:45. They'll be having the Ancestral Village, which is the local food basket and of course history segment. All right. And then between 10:45 to 11 o'clock, that will be the coffee break. Okay. And then from 11 o'clock to 12:30, they'll be having the Journey to Golden Rule, which is like a treasure hunt. This will be led by Marie Nassar as well. So it's not just information going in one direction. The events include various activities as well to get various different age groups engaged and more knowledgeable and get more attached to nature as well, of course, which would carry us into the next phase of the day. So between 12 o'clock and 12:30, there will be a drumming session. So prepare to be spiritually enlightened and spiritually brought back to earth, of course. And then from 12:30 to 2 o'clock, that's lunch. All right, where you can try some unique dishes as well. Then from 2 o'clock to 3:15, this is where the Odoa World / Nana Obudazi Odua 1 will take place. Of course, this conference is universal. All right, so you can go and explore, have an adventure, and definitely learn something new. And then between 3:15 and 4 o'clock, Queen Maroon will be making an appearance as well. And then from 4 o'clock to 4:15, there'll be a water coconut refreshment segment. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Then at 4:15 to about 5 o'clock, there'll be the estate planning. This will be led by Jackie Burnett. All right. And then from 5:15 to 6 o'clock, that's where they'll be having African yoga or Rosa mat. So a yoga session nonetheless, but with an African twist to it as well. Definitely want to check this out. And then between 6 o'clock and 7:30, that's when, just some free time for you to network,
Meet and
mingle,
greet.
you know, free time. All right. And then from 7:30 going up to 9 o'clock, they'll be having the gala dinner and award ceremony. So it's a full day from 8 o'clock in the morning going straight back to 9 o'clock. Various festivities will be taking place to keep you engaged, enlightened, and of course, awakened as well at the Ubuntu Awakening Summit tomorrow.
Yes. Just tomorrow activities. Beautiful. Um, you want to give us no update on psychology that you had in mind?
Sure.
Yeah, go right ahead, right away, man. Because the next person we're going to talk to is Russ. What's his name again? That you had lined up, brother. That you had to talk to. The one who organized the protest today. Yes. Kamau Janai. So we got line up, but you're gonna tell us now about the psychological aspect of your studies.
Okay, well, today's program and today's note comes from the subject called child psychology, specifically in the development of the child and what happens during the development stage. Okay, and in the development stage, what actually takes place at the very start of the development stage. So, of course, we're talking about what happens when the DNA is being formed. This would be the combination of what happens when the sperm of the male meets the ovary of the female, and then what that can lead to. So, we're going to go down this path. Bear with me. Very informative stuff. All right. So, this essay is entitled Understanding Alleles, the Building Blocks of Traits. Okay. So alleles, spelling of this is Alleles. Alleles are like tiny instruction books that tell our bodies how to look and work. Imagine you have a recipe for cookies. You can make chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal cookies, or sugar cookies. Alleles are a bit like the different recipes for making you and me. Now let's dive in a bit more. We have something called DNA inside our bodies, which is like super special recipe book. It's like a super special recipe book, right? This book has all the instructions for building and running our bodies. Inside the DNA, there are chapters, and each chapter is a gene. These genes are like individual recipes for different parts of us. Here's where alleles come into play. Think of a gene like a recipe for an eye color, right? Some people have a brown eye recipe, some have a blue eye recipe. These different versions of the recipe are what we call alleles. Okay? So if your mom gave you the brown eye recipe and your dad gave you the blue eye recipe, you might end up with a mix maybe green eyes. All right. Now, genes and alleles hang out on something called chromosomes. Okay. Chromosomes are like big folders that hold many recipes. So, chromosomes are like big folders that hold many recipes. Humans have 23 pairs of these folders, and they come in both, well, they come from both mom and dad. So, you get a set of recipes from each pair, making a cool mix that is uniquely you. Imagine you have a favorite pair of jeans and you want to mix them with your friend's pair, your friend's favorite pair. Let's put it that way. You might end up with a mix of both, right? That's a bit like how alleles work. You get different alleles from each parent and they come together to create your own special combination of traits. All right. Sometimes alleles can work together smoothly, like a well blended smoothie. Other times, they might clash a bit, creating a unique feature or trait. This mix of alleles is what makes everyone different and special because no one has the same exact combination of genes and alleles. That's why everybody is special unto themselves and everybody is different. So, in conclusion, alleles are like the magic ingredients in our genetic recipes. They determine how we look and function by coming together in unique ways. So, next time you notice someone's cool hair color or a friend's unique feature, you can thank alleles for the wonderful mix of traits that make each of us one of a kind. All right. And that was my segment on alleles.
I want you all to listen to this song because there's a part in the song where Peter says he mentioned the Palestinian rights. Peter Tosh was a unique person. Peter Tosh went to South Africa and never performed in South Africa. When Peter Tosh went to South Africa, he didn't like what he see. So Peter Tosh went over to Swaziland. Swaziland is one of those countries that is surrounded by South Africa. Surrounded, but it's a separate state. It's an independent state by itself from South Africa. So Peter Tosh went over to Swaziland and performed at a concert in Swaziland because he didn't want to perform in South Africa because of the white policy against black people. So he performed in Swaziland, and therefore those South Africans who wanted to see him had to go over to Swaziland to perform. It is apparent because you must have seen pictures of Peter Tosh wearing that, it have a name, I forget the name, kashif or something like that. The checkered scarf, which you used to see Yasser Arafat wear, and you see a lot of the Arabs wear. But you have pictures of Peter Tosh in that scarf. Now, the interesting thing is that Peter Tosh, in interviews, have said when he went to South Africa, he realized that it was the Israelis who were behind the apartheid. The Israelis. And he said so. So you could see a difference when it come on to the Palestinian. You know, at the beginning, most Rastas tell you about Israel and them is Jew and all of that. But when we come to realize more and more, no, we could never be Israel. Or we could never be Jews. Jews are Jews, Israel is Israel. And I is Africans, and I come from the land of Africa. Jews are different race. No matter what you tell you, we are black people. We are different. So But I want to listen to this one. And you hear him tell about the Palestinian rights, equal rights and justice.
Everyone is crying out for peace. Yes. None is crying out for justice. Everyone is crying out for peace. Yes. None is crying out for justice. I don't want no peace. Equal rights, justice. I need equal rights, justice. I need equal rights, justice. Got to get equal rights, justice.
You gonna bring on anybody else?
Hmm?
You gonna bring on anybody else?
Yeah, come on.
Alright.
Come on, John.
Alright, what is that?
Mm. But next time you done, you know, you ain't call his brother. You can't call him do the song. You can't call him do the song, you know? No. You have another time? No, turn to. You will hear the.
How far is it from the bottom? I don't want no equal rights. I need equal rights. Justice. I've got to get equal rights. Justice. I need equal rights. Justice, Palestinians fighting. Justice, down in Angola. Justice, down in Pakistan. Justice, down in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, man. Greetings, brother Camus. Yes, well, brother Camus, Janai on the line. Yeah, man. Greetings, brother Camus. You're not hearing him? Is low? Yes. Brother Camus, you hearing us? Yes, Nyanko?
Hold again for me.
You get him back? Let me try. Yes, hello, brother Camus. All right. Greeting, my brother. We're getting through to you. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Brother Camus. Yeah, man. So we're talking to Camus, Janai. What's your role within the organization? You're what in the organization? Tell me all of them. Tell me all, because you play such a great role in struggle for I and I that just tell us all of them, brother. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a holy heart. Holy heart, man. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And plus, you're the son of one of our great mothers. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Great woman. Right. And talk to us now about this protest. Um, Mhm. Mhm. No. Hold on, come on, hold on. You can't just gloss over it like that. No, the law has been amended. Am I correct? So sacramental spaces mean place. Put it in layman terms, means places that you can smoke ganja. Yes. Yes. And a list of these spaces was provided to the government, isn't that so? Hold on again. I was at a meeting with the Minister of National Security, Horace Chang, the Commissioner of Police, and other persons. All right. And the Minister of National Security, Chang, asked us quite nicely if we could provide them with that space so that they can know who is Rastafari and how to, so that he can advise the police. You know what I mean? That you look, is Rastafari allow them? He specifically asked. Yes. 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 Yeah, man. Yes. Continue. Yes. No, but before you deal with protest and the case, now having submitted a list to the Minister of Justice, his space was on the list. Mm-hmm. So hold on again. Was this information brought to the magistrate? Mm. And the letters of intent that he got, giving him permission to transport 10 pounds, was that brought to the magistrate also? Mm-hmm. That was brought to the magistrate. Yes, so these are live grounds of appeal. And with all these, hold on, and with all these movies, not just the amendment, the movies going around. Yes, so with all these movies going around, Rasta is still being persecuted for ganja. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, so tomorrow, there'll be a protest tomorrow. Mm-hmm. 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 And also to give notice of appeal. Yeah, man. I actually, who grow ganja. I actually heard a judge, a magistrate, say that when she heard about this 2 ounce business and all of that, she went to a ganja farm, and when she saw one tree, just one, the first tree, and she realized that this thing's so big, how much pounds you can get from it. She yes, hold on, she was she was very surprised. So she herself has a difficulty now to deal with ganja cases. Many of the magistrates have a difficulty dealing with ganja cases. So yes, 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 and this was told to Mark Golding when he was Minister of Justice, told to Delroy Chuck, told to Chang, you know, that that if you don't make certain things specific, you're going to have problems with interpretation. This was told from that time till that time, and we're still having those problems. It's good, it's one thing to have a problem, but when a man freedom is at stake, you know. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we will certainly be for tomorrow. We certainly the outcome. I think you all have highlighted it very well. And we have sensitized the nation in small way, but glorious way. And this case is not one of that is going to eclipse and vanish. Mm-hmm. Yes, but curiosity is my space on the list. Yes. Yes, yes. I really look. Yes, and we will continue to do so. I thank you, my brother, and I'm glad that you're available. That if needs be, you'll come back on this program. Yeah, man, keep it up. Give our blessings to all. Yes, one love, one love, one love. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that was Kamau Janai, brilliant, articulate brother within the faith. Mm-hmm. Proud to be black, eh? Asai vai.
Physics, chemistry, mathematics, medicine, and anatomy and physics. We are the people, and that is why we are proud to be black. I am proud to be black. I am
10:40, 20 minutes ago. Let's play some music and go down, yeah? Well, some challenges, but we're overcoming them, eh? Yeah. Huh? Huh? Like what the challenges? I did one call one, eh? Yeah, try him back now. Yes, greetings, Wani. Give thanks, give thanks. Glad we get through to you. Yes. Yes. We had some. That's a E, my brother. Give thanks, give thanks. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Stay there, how much day? 2 days? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. How long ago was that? Yes. So mm, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Ah, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tell me something. Yes. Because yes, Mr. Cohen now. Um, the man. Hold on. The man who used to make chips from plantain, natural chips. Which I know is your brethren. And yes, yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, yes. And my son who is a singer. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, yes, yes. As you know, he came by me a couple of times and spend the whole day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In that case, he music ago. Okay. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Encycl- encyclopedia. Encyclopedia. Very, very good. So, what is his first name again? Winston Cohen. So listeners who just want to tell Winston Cohen has passed. Those who know him, those who remember him, yes, passed. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. It was old? Yes. Uh-huh. Whoa. Whoa. Good journey. Good run. Good running. Whoa. 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 Okay. When him son come. When him son come. All right. Well, look, we're glad to hear him say. Yes. 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 Give thanks, my brother. Yeah. Yes. Mm. Yes. Yes. Mm. All right. All right. I will. I will. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good indeed. Very. Yes. From Don Trelawney. Yes. 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 Me too. Me too. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. 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 Give thanks. No, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, rapper big. Mhm. Oh, I wonder why. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mm. Yeah, yeah, she come from Eastern time. Oh, the river went big. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, uh-huh. Oh, boy, you live and you learn. One, as you can imagine, time has caught up with us, you know? So, y- yes, yes, yes. Yes, my brother, give thanks. Yes, I give thanks, give thanks. Very good. I hear them up since night already, you know? Bless them. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely. I must get freedom. Give thanks, my brother. Very good. Very good. Nice. That's one idea from St. Mary. we had to call him, talk about himself, and also talk about Winston Collins, a brother who was fighting the system, fighting the big rich people, and they were selling chips come from the Dominican Republic. In other words, chips not made in Jamaica, not helping Jamaican farmers, and was being sold. And he made chips now from banana and plantain grown in Jamaica from the Jamaican farmers, and he was making sure giving them an outlet. Give thanks for the strength. All right. Proud to be black. Continue. Give thanks to the program. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Brother Lloyd, being the engineer with us. Thanks, Nyanko, coordinating things. Give thanks to our journey from 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock. So we'll be here next week, Jah willing, and we'll make a journey again. And we're hoping that you get some benefit from it. Give thanks. Blessings. Give thanks to all the presenters who participate in the program. Bongo James, Bongo Sister Aikiba, who participated, Ras Nimba, who participated, Bongo Brother Kamu, let me get the name right, Brother Kamu Janaya, who participated, Ras Ocean, blessings. We have other people call wanting a number, what we do? Next time I give him a number, but I think he had sounded a genuine voice. So I give him a number that he can provide some strength to you. Give thanks. I believe those are the one. I didn't get to call Bongo Trevor, but I will next week because Bongo Trevor has been on his program. Want him to stay strong, and down at his place, the meeting will take place. Territory, Law Street. Sister Nanny, yes. Your input was very, very good. Thanks very much also. Right. Proud to be black.
Number 3, right?
Rejoice and